We all have a vital role to play in growing a healthy church. Thankfully, God does all the heavy lifting. Only He changes hearts. But we must do our part. That is to pray boldly. Pray boldly that God does His part while we do our part. See, we need to pray this way, as if the entire ministry of Park Lane depends on it, because it does. As if the entire Park Lane destiny hangs in the balance, because it does. We need to pray as if history will be changed by what God decides to do at Park Lane. Why? Because it will. We must pray together. We must pray boldly. We must pray desperately. We must pray that the Lord of the harvest draws people to Himself. We must pray that hearts will be softened by the gospel of Jesus Christ. We must pray that our congregation will reawaken to its mission of reaching a lost world around us. We must pray that we remain a living forward team of winners, not whiners. Andy Stanley is the son of Dr. Charles Stanley. Both are excellent communicators. I'm sure you've been blessed one time or more by both of these precious servants of God. Andy learned so much from his dad, and wow, he's a phenomenal communicator, phenomenal world leader, keynote speaker at many conferences, including the lead pastor of the North Point Church in North Atlanta, of a multi-site church, I should say. He's a phenomenal writer. And one of the books that Trish and I read on our way back from Key West, Florida, to bringing our daughter's car back to the Eastern Shore, was the book, 7 Practices of Effective Ministry. And we consumed that book on the way back from Key West, Florida. Andy Stanley says in that book something I want you to hear this morning. He says, everyone wants to be part of the winning team. But the reverse is also true. People tend to stop showing up when an organization is not winning. So we've been drinking from the fire hydrant again today, haven't we? It's been a lot to digest. It's been a lot to hold on to. The Holy Spirit will take most of this, if not all of this week, and speak to you many times over in your devotions with Him, or as you're riding down the road or working around the house. We've taken a real candid look at church growth, healthy church growth. We've looked back so that we can live forward. So let me ask you in closing, what would keep Park Lane from winning? What would keep Park Lane from winning? Let me suggest a few things and you can think of your own. I suggest to you we would stop winning if we fail to rise above the comfort of the 1980s. The model and the pattern it's set for us. I submit to you, if we fail to adhere to the vital signs of our health checkup, which will happen in 2 more weeks, we would stop winning. If we keep playing church while we're actually shrinking and shriveling and suffocating, then we would stop winning and develop and grow a bunch of whiners at Park Lane Church of God. It is my prayer that the one and only bridegroom of the church will help Park Lane with every unhealthy vital sign among us. It is my prayer that wherever we are frozen and wherever we are unhealthy and situated for life support, but unwilling to acknowledge it, pray that the bridegroom of the church will step in and help us step up big time to His principle. It will grow all by itself.